It's early up Ontario farm, chicken crow for day. I wish I grew Annapolis apples up above Fundy's Bay. Oh, it seems so far away. On the ridge above Acadia's town, to the valley down below, the evening shadow falls upon the families listening to the radio and watching the apples grow. Down on the farm, back among the family, away from Ontario, hear the ladies singing to their men, dancing at heel and toe, and watching the apples grow. Ontario, you know, I've seen the place I'd rather be. Your scummy lakes and the city of Toronto don't do a damn thing for me. I'd rather live by the sea. I've watched the bees and geese go by, foxfoot in the snow. I've climbed the ridge of Gaspereau Mountain, looking to the valley below, and watching the apples grow. Down on the farm, back among the family, away from Ontario, hear the ladies singing to their men, dancing at heel and toe, and watching the apples grow. Said down on the farm, back among the family, away from Ontario, hear the ladies singing to their men, dancing at heel and toe, and watching the apples grow. Said down on the farm, back among the family, away from Ontario, hear the ladies singing to their men, dancing at heel and toe, and watching the apples grow. Where the earth shows its bones of wind-broken stone, and the sea and the sky are warm, I'm caught out of time, my blood sings with wine, and I'm running naked in the sun. There's God in the trees, I'm weak in the knees, and the sky is a painful blue. I'd like to look around, but honey, all I see is you. Now the summer city lights will soften the night till you think that the air is clear. And I'm sitting with friends where 45 cents will buy another glass of beer. He's got something to say, but I'm so far away that I don't know who I'm talking to. 'Cause you just walked in the door, and honey, all I see is you. And I just want to hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife and you're through with life. Oh, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you'd think I could find a way to let you know somehow. But I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. So alone in the lights on stage every night, I've been reaching out to find a friend who knows all the words, sings so she's heard, and knows how all the stories end. Maybe after the show she'll ask me to go home with her for a drink or two. Now her smile lights her eyes, but honey, all I see is you. And I just want to hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife and you're through with life. Oh, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you'd think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. I just want to hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife and you're through with life. Oh, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you'd think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. Yes, I wanna see your smiling face 45 years from now. We just lost sight of the Queensport light down the bay before us, and the wind has blown some cold today with just a wee touch of snow. Along the shore from Lazy Head, hard abeam half island, tonight we let the anchor go down in Fogerty's Cove. My Sally's like a raven's wing, her hair is like her mother's, with hands that make quick work of a chore and eyes like the top of a stove. Come supper time she'll walk the beach, wrapped in my old duffel, with her eyes upon the masthead reach down in Fogerty's Cove. She will walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the combers rolling, till I come to Wildrose chance again down in Fogerty's Cove. She'll walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the combers rolling, till I come to Wildrose chance again down in Fogerty's Cove. Cries when I'm away to sea, nags me when I'm with her. She'd rather ride a government job or maybe go on the dole. But I love her wave as I put about and nose into the channel. My Sally keeps a supper and a bed for me down in Fogerty's Cove. She will walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the combers rolling, till I come to Wildrose chance again down in Fogerty's Cove. She'll walk the sandy shore so plain, watch the combers rolling, till I come to Wildrose chance again down in Fogerty's Cove. There is a young maiden, she lives all alone. She lives all alone on the shore. Oh, there's nothing she can find to comfort her mind, but to roam all alone on the shore, shore, shore. But to roam all alone on the shore. 'Twas of the young captain who sailed the salt sea. Let the wind blow high, blow low. I will die, the young captain did cry, if I don't have that maid on the shore, shore, shore. If I don't have that maid on the shore. Well, I have lots of silver, I have lots of gold, I have lots of costly ware. Oh, I'll divide with my jolly ship's crew, if they row me that maid on the shore, shore, shore. If they row me that maid on the shore. After much persuasion they got her aboard. Let the wind blow high, blow low. They replaced her away in his cabin below. Here's adieu to all sorrow and care, care, care. Here's adieu to all sorrow and care. They replaced her away in his cabin below. Let the wind blow high, blow low. She's so pretty and neat, she's so sweet and complete. She sung captain and sailors to sleep, sleep, sleep. She sung captain and sailors to sleep. Then she robbed him a silver, she robbed him a gold, she robbed him a costly ware. Oh, then took his broadsword instead of an oar, and paddled her way to the shore, shore, shore. And paddled her way to the shore. Well, me men must be crazy, me men must be mad. Me men must be deep in despair, oh, for to let you away from my cabin so gay, and to paddle your way to the shore, 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 and to paddle your way to the shore. Well, your men was not crazy, your men was not mad, your men was not deep in despair, oh, I deluded your sailors as well as yourself. I'm a maiden again on the shore, 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 I'm a maiden again on the shore. Well, there is a young maiden, she lives all alone. She lives all alone on the shore, oh, there is nothing she can find to comfort her mind but to roam all alone on the shore, 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 but to roam all alone on the shore. Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. A letter of marque came from the king to the scummiest vessel I've ever seen. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears, but I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Oh, well, said Barrett, cried the town, how I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. For 20 brave men, all fishermen, who would make for him the Antelope's crew. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears, but I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Antelope sloop was a sickening sight. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. She'd a list to the port and her sails in rags, and the cook in the scuppers with the staggers and jags. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears, but I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the King's birthday we put to sea. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. We were 91 days to Montego Bay, pumping like madmen all the way. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears, but I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. On the 96th day we sailed again. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. When a bloody great Yankee hove in sight, with our cracked 4-pounders we made to fight. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears, but I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. How the Yankee lay low down with gold. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. She was broad and fat and loose in stays, but to catch her took the Antelope 2 whole days. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears, but I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Then at length we stood 2 cables away. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Our cracked 4-pounders made an awful din, but with one fat ball the Yanks stove us in. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears, but I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Antelope shook and pitched on her side. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Barrett was smashed like a bowl of eggs, and the main truck carried off both me legs. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears, but I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. So here I lay in my 23rd year. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. It's been 6 years since we sailed away, and I just made Halifax yesterday. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. But I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. It was in the spring, this year of grace, with new life pushing through, that I looked from the citadel down to the narrows and asked what it's coming to. I saw upper Canadian concrete and glass right down to the waterline. I have heard an old song down on Fisherman's Wharf. Can I sing it just one time? With half-closed eyes against the sun, for the warm wind giving thanks, I dreamed of the years of the deep-laden schooners thrashing home from the Grand Banks. The last lies done in the harbour sun, with her picture on a dime. But I heard an old song down on Fisherman's Wharf. Can I sing it just one time? Can I sing it just one time? Then haul away and heave her home. This song is heard no more. No boats to sing it for, no sails to sing it for. There rises now a single tide of tourists passing through. We traded old ways for the new, old ways for the new, old ways for the new, for the new. Now you ask, what's this romantic boy who laments what's done and gone? There was no romance on a cold winter ocean, and the gale sang an awful song. But my fathers knew of wind and tide, and my blood is maritime. And I heard an old song down on Fisherman's Wharf. Can I sing it just one time? Can I sing it just one time? Then haul away and sheet her home. This song is heard no more. No boats to sing it for, no sails to sing it for. There rises now a single tide of tourists passing through. We traded old ways for the new, old ways for the new, old ways for the new, for the new. So it was in the spring, this year of grace, with new life pushing through, that I looked from the citadel down to the narrows and asked what it's coming to. I saw upper Canadian concrete and glass right down to the waterline. I have heard an old song down on Fisherman's Wharf. Can I sing it just one time? 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 Cold wind on the harbour and rain on the road. Wet promise of winter brings recourse to coal. There's fire in the blood and a fog on Brador. The giant will rise with the moon. 'Twas the same ancient fever in the Isles of the Blest that our fathers brought with them when they went west. It's the blood of the Druids that never will rest. The giant will rise with the moon. So crash the glass down, move with the tide. Young friends and old whiskey are burning inside. Crash the glass down, Fingal will rise with the moon. In inclement weather the people are fey, 3,000 years stories as the night slips away. Remembering Fingal feels not far away. The giant will rise with the moon. The wind's in the north, there'll be new moon tonight, and we have no circle to dance in its sight. Light a torch, bring the bottle, and build the fire bright. The giant will rise with the moon. So crash the glass down, move with the tide. Young friends and old whiskey are burning inside. Crash the glass down, Fingal will rise with the moon. On the harbor and rain on the road, wet promise of winter brings a recourse to cold. There's fire in the blood and a fog on Brador. The giant will rise with the moon. Worn down shacks of labor past on a hill of broken stone, once brought by men to the stamping mills to crush away the gold. But before it could pass to their sons, the glory left the whole. The Rawdon Hills once were touched by gold. The grandsons of the mining men scratched the fields among the trees. When the gold played out, they were all turned out with granite-dusted knees. But at night around the stove, sometimes the stories still unfold. The Rawdon Hills once were touched by gold. Grandson of the mining men, you'll see it in your dreams. Beneath your father's bones still lies the undiscovered seam of quartzite in a serpentine vein that marks the greatest yield. And along the Midland Railway, it still told how the Rawdon Hills once were touched by gold. 80 years has been and gone since there was color in the home, and the careworn shades of the hard rock men surround the old Cove load. And through the tiny hillside farms the miners' tales grow. The Rawdon Hills once were touched by gold. The Rawdon Hills once were touched by gold. We were drinking down to Reedy's house when first we heard the blow. It seemed to come from Ripper Rock, so boldly forth we go. And sure enough, the rusty tub could just be barely seen. As her stern was high up in the air, we made out Athens Queen. Oh, the lovely Athens Queen. Me boys, I must remind you, there's a bottle left inside. So let us go and have a few and wait until low tide. And if the sea's not kinder when the glasses are licked clean, we will then set forth some dories, lads, and see what may be seen on the lovely Athens Queen. Some songs and old tall stories then came out to pass the time, nor could a single bottle keep us all until low tide. And so it was before we left the house we were at sea, so I scarcely can remember how we made the Athens Queen. Oh, the lovely Athens Queen. Oh, the waves inside me belly were as high as those outside, and though I'm never seasick, I lost dinner overside. 'Twas well there was no crew to save, for we'd have scared 'em green. We could scarcely keep ourselves from falling off the Athens Queen. Oh, the lovely Athens Queen. Well, Reedy goes straight down below and comes up with a cow. Hello, I said, now what would you be wanting with that now? You'll never take a cow home in a dory on such sea. Well, me son, he says, I've always fancied fresh cream in me tea, for the lovely Athens Queen. I headed for the galley then, as I was rather dry, and glad I was to get there quick, for what should I espy? Oh, what a shame it would have been for to lose it all at sea. 40 cases of the best Napoleon brandy ever seen on the lovely Athens Queen. I loaded 20 cases, boys, then headed for the shore. Unloaded them as quick as that, and then pulled back for more. Smith was pulling for the shore, but he could scarce be seen, under near 200 chickens and a leather couch of green from the lovely Athens Queen. Well, here's to all good salvagers, likewise to Ripper Rock, and to Napoleon brandy, of which now we have much stock. We eat a lot of chicken and sit on a couch of green, and we wait for Ripper Rock to claim another Athens Queen. Oh, the lovely Athens Queen. How still lies the bay in the light western airs, which blow from the crimson horizon. Once more we tack home with a dry empty hold, saving gas with the breezes so fair. She's a kindly Cape Islander, old but still sound, but so lost in the long lighter's shadow. Make and break and make do, but the fish are so few that she won't be replaced should she founder. Now it's so hard to not think of before the big war, when the cod went so cheap but so plenty. Foreign trawlers go by now with long-seeing eyes, taking all where we seldom take any. And the young folk don't stay with the fisherman's way. Long ago they all moved to the cities, and the ones left behind, old and tired and blind, can't work for a pound, for a penny. In Make and Break Harbour the boats are so few, too many are pulled up and rotten. Most houses stand empty, old nets hung to dry are blown away, lost and forgotten. Now I can see the big draggers have stirred up the bay, leaving lobster traps smashed on the bottom. Can they think it don't pay to respect the old ways that make and break men have not forgotten? For we still keep our time to the turn of the tide in this boat that I built with my father. still lifts to the sky. The one-lunger and I still talk like old friends on the water. In Make and Break Harbour, the boats are so few, too many are pulled up and rotten. Most houses stand empty, old nets hung to dry are blown away, lost and forgotten. In Make and Break Harbour, the boats are so few, too many are pulled up and rotten. Most houses stand empty, old nets hung to dry are blown away, lost and forgotten. Tom Finch turned to the waitress and said, "Bring me another Alpine. I'll have one more before I go to tell Marie the news." "Well, boys, we're for it this time. The plant is closed for good. Reagan broke his promise, and we're all through. We're working men with no work left to do. I always thought I'd have a boat, just like my dad before me. You don't get rich, but with the boats you always could make do. But the boats gave way to trawlers, and packing turned to meal. Now that's all gone, and we're all for the dole. And the thought of that puts irons in my soul." Tom Finch stood up and said goodbye, with handshakes all around. Faces he'd grown up among, now with their eyes cast down. Slow foot along familiar road to the hills above the harbor, with a passing thought, now all of this is through, and I wonder how Marie will take the news. The house had been so much of her, though it had hardly been a year. She'd done his father's house so proud, and held it all so dear. But there was hot tea on the table when Tom came through the door, and before he spoke, she smiled and said, "I know. The plant is gone. Now how soon do we go?" "We won't take a cent. They can stuff all their money. We've put a little by. And thank God we've got no kids as yet, or I think I'd want to die. We Finches have been in this part of the world for near 200 years. But I guess it's seen the last of us. Come on, Marie. We're going to Toronto."